Let's go grocery shopping so I could show you what I get while I am in this breastfeeding season. We're at Trader Joe's and we are wrapping it up right now. So these are grocery staples that I keep during breastfeeding. And by the way, this isn't food trends or anything of the sort, but this is just to support my milk supply and recovery. Everything that I got is all for my hydration, easy nourishment, and it has a lot of minerals. And it is also a lot of comfort food. Also, this isn't about eating perfectly, but all about eating things that will help your recovery and your milk supply. So I got one of my favorite tea, which is jasmine tea. And then we got some ginger miso broth so I could make soup. A few shots that are good for you. We've got some smoked salmon with some baguette that I'm going to be toasting, and this brings me a lot of nourishment in the morning. It's important for you to have snacks so your sugar doesn't dip. A few fruits for natural sugar. It's okay for you to eat the same thing again and over again, and let the food be boring if you really need. You have to eat even when you're tired, so you just take things that are very convenient. Let me say, these honey shrimp are incredible. I put them in the oven. In 10 minutes, it's ready. Now, as you can see, all the food that I have is all about convenience so that it's not all about complexity and I don't take 2 hours in the kitchen to cook a meal just to feed myself. This is another great option for breakfast. Now, if you're breastfeeding, make sure that you are eating because breastfeeding actually requires more calories than it requires for you to take care of your baby. What's important here is consistency for your nourishment. Just make sure you take things that are fast, easy, and convenient. Some fatty food for nutritious milk. Oh, and by the way, oat milk helps increase your milk supply, so that's all I swear by. You know, postpartum taught me that recovery isn't something that you should rush, but it's something that is more steady. And all these food aren't just magic. It's something that's going to make it where you're feeling full and it's enough. Because one thing for sure is when you're breastfeeding, you shouldn't have to feel pressure to eat really clean when your baby actually needs all of the nutrients and you also need all the nutrients because he takes it all from you. So when you're breastfeeding, just make sure that you're choosing wisely at the store and choose things with ease. Don't put pressure to yourself and just take things that hold you when you're already holding so much. Because you have to keep in mind that feeding yourself is a part of how you're going to recover and a part of how you show up for yourself. And do not try to diet while breastfeeding because that can drain your body and actually reduce the nutrients that your baby is going to need to grow and develop properly. In the meantime, I encourage you to go on stroller walk daily and you can just work out at home if that's what you want to do. But soak all the moments because this is all temporarily. At some point, you won't be breastfeeding anymore. Now, why did I choose pizza? It's because it's going to keep me full for a couple hours, so I'm not just starving after 30 minutes. And it also has carbohydrates in the crust, which is your main source of energy. And here I am eating while breastfeeding. Man, breastfeeding is really a full-time job, but it's also an act of love. Comfort food isn't about a lack of discipline, but it's all about nourishment, warmth, and survival in a demanding season. If you're postpartum, nursing, or learning to nourish yourself, then you're welcome here. This was Nourishing While Nursing.